Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our cabin. Y'all, I am so excited because this is the first live video that I've ever been able to do from the cabin. We finally got internet after almost 6 years of none. We finally got it, and so I'm just excited. Brand new thing for a brand new year. Welcome to 2025. And today I'm making 2 ingredients, scratch-made biscuits, and we're going to put together some sausage gravy. So I am excited about that. Jimmy is at the front of the property. We have, near Andalusia, we have a little over 80 acres. And it's set where it's just a big, long land plot. So you go to the front of the property, and we have our gate, and we have our barn, and then you come to the back of the property, and there's our cabin, and we're right on a tributary. They call it a river, but it's a tributary. It's the Patsaliga. I'm probably not pronouncing that right, and it runs into the Conecuh and Gant Lake and all of that. So anyway, we love this place. Let's see, it's a little dark back here. Let me turn on a light. Hang on, y'all. Let me turn on this light and see if that doesn't help us out some. Is that better? Let's see. Oh yeah, I think a little bit better. During the video, we'll pan around and we will actually good morning, Kim. We'll pan around and we'll go to the other side of the kitchen. The morning sun is coming through my kitchen window and it's just not good for filming. So anyway, we're going to figure this baby out. We're going to do it together. Hey, Trisha. Love you, sweet girl. It's cold here. Tanya Bador. Hey, I love seeing y'all. Welcome to my cabin for the very first time. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm so excited. Okay. Now, for these 2 ingredient biscuits, they are amazing. I'm sure you've probably made them before. If you haven't, then your life is about to change because it changed mine. I really am not kidding. They're that good. They're that easy. And I love making them. When we're at the cabin, breakfast is always a big deal. And we are probably a good 20 miles away from absolutely anything. Okay, I'm starting with 2 cups of white lily self-rising flour, and I am going to measure this out with a spoon. If you dip your measuring cup into your flour, you'll have a tendency to get more than you need. I slip up sometimes and do that, but I'm trying to be a good girl today and do the right thing. So how are y'all doing on this first Saturday of 2025? Gosh, I can't believe it, y'all. I just got used to writing 2024, and here we are in 2025. Never fails. And y'all, my nose is running a little bit. It is cold here at our cabin, and I do mean cold. I know it's cold where y'all are at, but here in Southeast Alabama, it usually doesn't get this cold. So, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm going to leave this right here because we may need a little bit more, but I've measured out my 2 cups of white lily self-rising flour. And next, we're going to add a 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Now, y'all, this is all you're going to need, okay? And this is going right in. If I start doing videos here at the cabin, I need to get some clear bowls. I've kind of got all of my kitchen leftovers at the cabin. And so, because I never make videos, but I'm going to have to bump it up a notch since you're coming with me. All right, now I'm going to stir this together. And here we go. Now, sometimes things are a little temperamental. Sometimes you'll have to add a little bit more cream, or sometimes you might have to add a little bit more flour. And in this case, I need to add a little bit more flour because this is a very wet dough. I might have measured it too good. I'm going to add, I would say, about 1/4 cup, maybe 1/2 of a cup. This is the kind of biscuit recipe that you just can't mess up. If you add too much cream, then add more flour. If you add too much flour, add more cream. It's just that easy. And as you can see, I'm kind of just folding this together. You don't want to stir. You just want to be really gentle with this biscuit dough. For those of you, and I hear it all the time, that say, I can't make biscuits, they always turn out tough, don't overwork your dough. And that's all we're going to do right there. We're just going to stir it together. Hey, Beverly, bacon gravy, she says, oh yeah, that would be delicious. But you know what we're making today? We're making sausage gravy. And we'll do that while the biscuits are in the oven, and I'll also show you the cabin. I'm excited about that. Now I am going to put a little bit of flour right here on my workspace, and out this goes. And look how pretty this is. Just beautiful. Who've we got? Hey Sheila, hey Loretta, and Pam. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. Ooh, I'm going to be making a mess. All right, now see, look how this beautiful biscuit dough has formed. Look how light this is. Now I'm going to form a disc, okay? Just a nice little disc with my hands. We're not going to roll this out. Okay. Sorry, y'all. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so I'm gonna form a disc. Now I'm gonna take this and I'm just going to fold it over. And I'm gonna do this a few times. So just keep forming that disc and fold. I need a little bit more flour. Whew, that dough got good and wet, which is not a bad thing. So, here we go. Again, what we're doing with this folding process is making a very layered, light and fluffy biscuit. So, you can do this just a few times, and I think that that's going to be enough. And I am going to pat this out to about a 1.5 inch disc, and I'm going to take my hands here and just clean this off since the sink is on the other side of you. And I don't want to step out of the camera view. Okay, there we go. See how that just comes off? And I'll put that aside. Clean hands are your best friend in the kitchen. Now, I don't have a biscuit cutter at the cabin. I just have a can. And I've also got a cast iron skillet. There we go. Now I'm going to take just a little bit of butter, and I've got a paper towel over here. Let me move this so I can see y'all. Hey Mom, Mom's watching. Love you, Mom. Mom's having a birthday on Monday, so look for something on Monday. We'll let you all wish Mom a happy birthday. She'll love that. Okay, now I have got just a little bit of butter. I think that's out of your camera view. But I'm going to put it on this paper towel. And I'm going to butter the bottom of this pan, not the sides, okay? Because the sides need the biscuits. Honey, hush. Honey's over there laying in the chair. We've got one recliner that's mine, one that's Jimmy's, and she always sits in Jimmy's chair. I'll have her say hello in a minute. But I buttered the bottom. I haven't buttered the sides because the biscuits need something to climb on. And by not buttering the sides, it helps them climb and get even higher. We want a good rise to these biscuits. So I am going to just take this. I don't twist. I know there's a big controversy, twist or no twist. I do not twist. And I am going to take this. First one, I should have floured this. First one's always hard to get out. As a matter of fact, I may do a do-over for that one. Oh, that's good. Where's my flour? Okay. Here we go. Ooh, that one turned out good. And I always put the bottom side up. So when you don't put this side up, put the bottom side up because it's smoother and prettier. Ooh, these are going to be some delicious biscuits. Oh, Jimmy's going to be so happy. When I told him I was making biscuits, he did yay. And like I started to say earlier, the closest place to us is about 20 miles away. We're near Andalusia. One of these days I'm going to go meet Miss Brenda Gant. She lives about 15 miles from our cabin. And one day I am going to meet her. Our cabin neighbors go to church with her. And so one Sunday we are going to make it to church and go visit Miss Brenda and of course go to church. So one day, we've been here 6 years and I haven't done it yet, but maybe 2025 will be my year. Now, we have got some leftovers, and so I'm going to take this and once again form my disc. And I'm going to get about 2 more biscuits out of this. Look at how pretty these are. And for this size biscuit, this will make probably 8 biscuits. I'm only going to make 6 today because this is the only cast iron pan that I have. So I can only fit so many. And by the way, you can use a baking sheet, like a cookie sheet. You don't have to have a skillet. I've cooked them in cake pans. I'm telling you. You learn to improvise. Look at that. That is going to make an amazing biscuit. It's a little taller than all the other ones. Look at this. Yum! Now this, I can keep and make another biscuit out of it. If I've got leftover biscuit dough, what I do is I will put this, I'll wrap it in some cellophane or whatever wrap, and put it in a Ziploc bag, put it in the refrigerator, and then it'll keep for about a week. And you can make fried pies with it, or you can make another fresh biscuit when you want it. It'll keep, so don't throw it out. Okay, now my oven is preheated, and y'all, here at the cabin, and we're about to change directions here. Here at our cabin, we do not have an oven. Let's see. Can you see me? Because I'm not in selfie mode, so I'm hoping that you can. Let me check this. Let's see here. You can kind of sort of see. Let's see. Okay. Here is my oven. And I've had this preheating at 450 degrees. And it's a little convection oven. And I've never cooked biscuits in this oven. This is a new convection oven that Mom got us for Christmas. And I'm so excited about it. But in these go. And these are going to cook for about, let's say, 12 minutes. And I've had it preheating. Now you want to put your oven rack in the middle, okay? Not too high, not too low. You want a middle oven rack, and that way they're going to cook nice and even. And when these are done, I'll brush the tops with some butter, but I don't do it prior to cooking. I do it after. Now, let me see. I got to get my glasses. Where are my glasses? There's my glasses. This one is a new one, so we got to figure it out. So menu, stop that, menu, start, menu, bake, temperature, 450. This is kind of a weird oven. You have to preheat it at a different setting, and then you bake it on another setting. Okay, and time, we're going to put our time at 12 minutes. And start. Yay, that easy. How do you like my shoes? I just see that I got these in. These are my orthopedic shoes. I wear them around the house all the time. I absolutely love them. Of course, I have socks on with them today because it is cold, y'all. Okay, now let's see if we can't get this where we're looking at our stovetop. Let me see. I should have put it on selfie mode. I hate selfie mode because everything's backwards and it just bothers me. I see people that are wearing shirts and they're, you know, going in the wrong direction and can't read what they're saying. And so I don't know. Maybe I need to bump up my game. Okay, how are we doing here? Yeah, I think that's good. Isn't it? We're doing okay. Hey, I tell you what. Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I'm doing this, moving you around. But let's do it this way. And I'm going to show you the cabin here in just a minute while our sausage is cooking. Now, I am not making a lot of sausage gravy. I'm making a half of a batch, but I've got some breakfast sausage here, and this is a half of a pound. I make a half of a pound at a time, and I am going to start cooking this. I've got it on high. I've got some dishes in the sink, y'all. No dishwasher here, so there's already a few dishes in my sink that I haven't done. But I tell you what, while this sausage is coming up, how about if I take you, just show you a little bit about the cabin, show you what we're looking at, and we'll come back to this in a minute. Let's see who's with me. Hey, Margie Brown and Susan, Pam, Lisa. She said she made these biscuits this morning. They were the easiest ever. I love hearing that. Okay, I'm going to grab my camera, and we're going to come back. Now, y'all, we have a teeny, tiny cabin. It is about 900 square feet. Hey, Rodney. Hey, cousin. Now, when we bought this about 6 years ago, and we had said that we were going to do this, that, and the other. Well, y'all, the only thing that we've done is decorate this place. This is our refuge, and it's small, so it is packed full of stuff. And let's see here. There's the other shot of my kitchen, my big little kitchen. And here's Honey. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Lynn. Can you say hey to everybody? Y'all, she hates the camera. I mean, I don't know what it is, but she sees this and she will look the other way. Can you say hey? Say good morning? Are you being a lazy dog this morning? So this is where we eat. We also have TV tables, you know, these little things. We've got a couple of those. This is a painting that I love. Jimmy made the frame for that. And I'm not going to show you our bedroom. It's a mess right now. It's packed full of stuff. I did pull up the covers. Let's check this sausage. Here's our little kitchen. I've got an island and it rolls around. Let's check this. Hey, Tammy. Hey, Cheryl. Here's my kitchen window. I'll let this cook just a minute more. And this looks down the road of our cabin. And I love right here because I'm usually looking for Jimmy to walk through the door. Hey, Cindy Fain, I love you, girl. Now I'll show you outside, and then we'll get back to the cabin. Now, y'all, it's kind of a mess out here. You know, it's dead of winter. The river is usually a lot prettier, but we've had a lot of rain, and when we have a lot of rain, it makes the water look murky, but usually you can see all the way down to the bottom. It's just as clear can be. And the water's high right now. Really high. And this is our porch. Oh, Tana asks what color lipstick. Girlfriend, I got a video of my on lipstick, and you'll have to look it up. I wear such a blend, I can't even tell you. But that's the road that leads to the front of the property. And most of the time, Jimmy and I can't communicate. We have walkie-talkies. And so I never know when he's coming back or not. I just look for him. I think about the ladies that lived in just the old-timey days, and their husbands would go off, and I'm sure they looked down their road every day to see if they were coming home. And I think about that all the time when Jimmy's hunting. And I wonder when he's coming home, and I try to get breakfast together, because we just, we can't communicate unless we do our walkie-talkies, and I never walkie-talkie him when he's in the deer stand, because I'll scare off everything. Can you hear that? There's always birds. Oh, you're going to pay attention to us now, are you? Well, good morning. Oh, we better go get our sausage. Hey, y'all, this is our Honey's potty pool. I'll tell you about that as we come in. Okay, hey, Michelle. Let me put this back. Oh, my goodness. Here we go. Hey, Linda. Love you, girl. Ooh, this is looking good. I'm going to turn this heat down a little bit. Ooh, I love all these little brown bits, or black bits. I think I got carried away with the cabin. Oh my goodness, y'all. Don't look, Mom. That's still good, I'm telling you. It's hard to mess up sausage gravy. We'll call this blackened sausage gravy. How about that? Yeah, let me grab this butter, because sausage has gotten a lot leaner. Oh my gosh, y'all. I gotta show you these biscuits. Hang on. Look at this. Wait. Hey, Becky. Look, y'all. Are they gorgeous? Oh my goodness. Okay, back to cooking. Here we are. Okay, now I need my flour. It does not matter if you use self-rising flour or if you use all-purpose flour when you're making gravy, because it pretty much doesn't have enough to where, you see this right here. That way I can make sure I'm okay. It doesn't really have enough flour in it to make any difference. Now, because this is really lean sausage, I'm going to add just a little bit of butter. Sausage got a bad rap back in the day because it was so oily and greasy. But now, goodness, you just almost always have to add a little extra oil or fat to get this to do what it's supposed to do. Y'all pretend like you don't see all those burnt spots. I'm going to have some explaining to do when Jimmy gets here, because he is the princess and the pea when it comes to food. I can do something a little bit different or add something that I think maybe he won't notice. And I'm telling you what, he notices every time. And I know he's going to look in this gravy and say, what's that black stuff? I want to tell him it's just chard. Well, I love him. I love him in spite of that. All right, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, right? Now I'm adding a good tablespoon, a good heaping tablespoon and a half. We'll start with that, of flour. And we're going to make this roux. Boy, and I'm making a mess. A mess. And I'm going to cook this, making sure that this flour cooks. Flour has taste, y'all. So you want to get a good cook on it before you start adding your liquid. Let me check these biscuits. Oh, they're looking so good. They've only got a couple more minutes. Let me wipe this up. I can't stand a mess. My mother always taught me, clean as you go and you won't have to do much when you're finished. And that's true. Thanks, Mom. So, this is looking pretty good outside of the chard. Makes it look rustic, right? And I'm going to turn my heat down to a good medium low. Let's see. These, let me check this. Let me turn this up. I'm going to cook this for about 3 more minutes. I think that'll be perfect. Oh no, I didn't cut it off, did I? There we go. All right. Now, the first thing that I'm going to add is water. Now, that may sound strange, but water is going to help this sausage gravy taste more like sausage gravy instead of milk gravy. So I'm going to go in, add about a half of a cup, and I'm going to let this thicken. Bring this over to you. See that? I'm going to add just a little bit more. Maybe a lot more. Just go ahead and get rid of that, because I can tell that this is going to thicken up nicely. So look at this. And then we're going to go in and add the milk. And you want to do about, for ratio, let's say 2 parts water, 1 part milk. And that way you get that good sausage flavor in your gravy. If you add all milk, then it tastes a lot like milk gravy, which is not a bad thing. But we want to taste more of this sausage. And now we're going to go in with our milk. You can also add heavy cream. I love to add a little, oh, this is a brand new milk. I love to add a little bit of heavy cream just to finish it off with, and it gives it a silky, just a smooth flavor that's delicious. And that was about, I would say, a half a cup. So I'm just going to let this thicken up. Let's oh, these biscuits are ready. Let me grab my salt. Oh, they just cut off. Just going to add a pinch of salt. Now, if I was making this for myself, I would add lots of black pepper and cayenne pepper or red pepper flakes. Oh, that is so good. But Jimmy is not a big fan. So I just add just that good pinch of salt. And I'm going to let this thicken up. And you know what, y'all? Our biscuits are ready. Let me grab a pot holder. And look at these. Oh my goodness. Will you look at these biscuits? I think they're perfect. Put this up. Put those there. Boy, in this little kitchen, you really learn just how to improvise. Like I said earlier, we were going to do a bunch of stuff to it. We were going to add on. We were going to do this and that. But you know what? Contentment with godliness is great gain. And we are so content with the way that things are. It's amazing how you can learn to live with less. And we kind of like that. So we may do some things eventually, but we just kind of like it the way it is. It's cozy, and we have our couch is a pull-out couch. So when the kids come or when we have company over, Jimmy and I usually sleep in the living room on the pull-out bed, and then we let our company have the bedroom. But when the grandkids and Christina's here, they love to be on the pull-out couch. So that works too. Now this is thickening up nicely. I'm going to put up this milk, get that in the refrigerator, and let's get a plate. I want to show you, we get a pretty plate. Now when Jimmy gets here, I'll scramble an egg. And normally, what I'll do is I'll get a biscuit and pretend the tops of these are buttered, y'all, okay? I should butter them and let you see that, but I tell you what, I'm just going to take them out just like this. Oh, I can't wait to show you. It's really good to let them cool for just a minute. Yeah, they're perfect. This is my first time in this oven, so kind of wondering, y'all, will you look at that? Look at that. Yum! Oh, wait. Yum! I just split the top. And this is coming to just a good slow boil, where I want it to be. Could these biscuits be any easier? I mean, really? I just don't think they could. Let me get a tasting spoon and make sure that I got the salt right. Perfect. I'll eat the burnt pieces. I am okay. I am not the princess and the pea. Jimmy is. So I will eat the burnt pieces, and I'll save him that. Now I'm going to turn off my heat, and let's have some. It's going to be hot, y'all. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. I tell you what, when we got married about 7 years ago, I think he fell in love with me for my biscuits. It's definitely a determining factor there. He loves homemade biscuits. Loves, loves, loves them. And so whenever I make them, which I make them often, it's a treat. He loves to pour syrup on them or eat them with some homemade apple or fig jelly. Yum. Okay. That is so good. Those biscuits are fluffy and tender and moist and so full of flavor. Y'all, I've got tons of biscuit recipes. I've made them with cream cheese. I've made them with shortening, buttermilk, butter, all of the above. And when I found this recipe, I've never gone back to the old recipe because it's just so easy. And at the end of the day, you can't tell the difference. You can just add butter to your biscuit if you want a buttered biscuit. Instead of just trying to grate all that butter, I would grate my butter into my biscuit. And I do love that recipe. But this one, y'all, it doesn't get any better. This is so good. Well, Jimmy better hurry up. I know he's on his way back. But, y'all, hey, Regina, Helena, Tammy Reynolds, Linda Baker, I love you all. Thanks so much for spending your Saturday morning with me. Look for us on Monday. It's Mom's birthday. I'm not sure what we're going to do. No surprises, nothing like that. No cake. Mom has already said, do not make me a cake, so we won't do a cake. But I'm going to take her to lunch. We'll do something fun, and we'll pop in and just say hello. But I love you so, so very much. You are a blessing to me. I've had some Facebook stuff come up and say, what was your favorite part of 2024? And I have to say, one of those things, outside of my immediate family, my mother moving here 3 houses down from us, that's just really special. Of course, my family, but you have been one of my biggest blessings. I love spending time with you. I always look forward to our time together. I'm going to be sharing some soon. In this coming year, I've kind of taken a break from my studies or sharing online my Bible studies and some of the things that I feel like God has given me, but it's time to start again. And I am definitely going to start that here in the next week or so. So we'll just share some good stories and some things that God's doing. And I hope, and I know, I don't hope, I know that He's doing great things in your life. And maybe it doesn't picture like it. Maybe you're going through a really hard season right now. I'm going to share with you what someone shared with me years ago when I was going through some real heartache. They said it didn't come to stay. It came to pass. And brighter days are ahead. I promise. You're not going to be stuck forever where you are right now. Good things are coming. We serve a mighty God, a good God. He loves you. He's called you by name. He has a plan and purpose for your life individually. So hang on. Don't lose heart. Don't lose faith. Good things are coming your way. Mwah. And good things are coming my way because I'm sure Jimmy is going to be here any minute. So I'm going to finish up cleaning my little tiny mess here and get started with our day. We'll be in a deer stand later. Mwah. Love you big. You are a blessing.